This is Michael Orrell of mobileburn.com, and today I have with me the Samsung SGH A257 magnet, a new low-cost messaging device for AT&T. You can see the magnet features a nice 4-row QWERTY keyboard. Everything's in the right spot, very nicely laid out. D-pad's okay. Nice center select button, dedicated messaging buttons, and clear back. Straddle the D-pad and soft keys and call, send, and end, just like you would expect. Display is nice and bright. It's only 176 by 220 pixels, or actually it's 220 by 176 pixels, 64K color, but really crisp and looks a lot nicer than it is in terms of specs. On the left-hand edge here, you see we have a volume control and little else. Back of the device is where you'll find the VGA resolution camera. That's right, we said VGA resolution. You might not have seen one of those in any recent devices, but this is keeping the price down. On the right hand edge there is a proprietary Samsung power and headset port, so it requires an adapter if you want to use any different kind of headsets, like the old 2.5mm jack headsets. We're going to bring up the WAP browser in the magnet so you can see what it looks like. By default it goes to AT&T's Yahoo powered portal, but you can go to other URLs as well. We're going to go to the Mobile Burn webpage, which we entered in and saved as a favorite a while ago. See, looks pretty much like you would expect for a WAP browser. Renders properly. Nothing too exciting and not too fast either, since this is a 2.5G device, quad-band GSM Edge, no 3G whatsoever. But for this kind of website, it's still adequately fast. I'm going to show you how the contact system works. If we press down on the D-pad, it's going to bring up the contact search. I entered a couple of fake contacts here, and I'm going to search for one of them, John Doe. You can search either by hitting, D-O for Doe, or we can back out of that and just as well search on John. Press center select button to bring up the contact. You can see it has photo ID, and you can scroll left to right through the other contacts just by using the D-pad. Show you the messaging application. I'm going to create a new text message. Nothing too exciting here. Keyboard has good tactile feedback, but has a somewhat of an odd, almost waxy feel to the keys themselves. It doesn't really get in your way, it's just a little unusual, probably just the type of plastic they used. In any case, hit the key here, we'll search on John Doe, and we'll add him and send off the message. Other things of note on the device include an instant messaging client that supports AIM, Microsoft Live, and Yahoo Instant Messaging. There's a few preloaded applications. One of them is the mobile email system, but like most of the AT&T feature phones, it's fairly limited in terms of which providers you can use. There's no generic IMAP or POP setup. You have to use one of the predetermined providers here, and there really aren't that many of them. Number of apps and games installed as well. And actually a number of different ways to get to them from within the main menu, which is kind of odd. The Samsung magnet uses the MediaNet data plan for accessing web content. We'll start this game up. It's an old game, we've seen this one for a few years. And of course it's only a demo version. We'll pull up the settings screen here so you can see what that looks like. See, there's normal profiles, not just volume levels and stuff. display settings, and there's a pop-up menu option for the user interface that shows you what's going on before you go into a menu item. It's sometimes a little distracting and it's not always consistent, so I tend to keep that off. And normal options that you would expect to find. Bluetooth 2.0 support for those interested. And then here's the My Stuff, again where you can find the applications, but we're going to go down to the pictures. And you can activate the camera from there. There's no other easy way to activate the camera from the main menu, although there is a key down here dedicated to the camera. So that's probably the primary way to start it since there's no shutter release button. And here, photo browser. Again, VGA resolution photos, though, so nothing that you're going to get too excited about. So that's our quick first look at the Samsung SGH A257 magnet for AT&T. Very low cost, easy to use messaging phone. After rebates, it's with a 2-year contract. It's available for $19.99, which is a pretty good deal. Nice QWERTY keyboard, even if it has a little bit of odd feel. There's no 3G, but there is Bluetooth 2.0. Again, Samsung magnet for AT&T. I'm Michael Orrell for MobileBurn.com.